I do think today is a very significant day for the people of the South East, for higher education in the South East, because we take a very firm step towards the establishment of the new technological university on the 1st of May. And I think it's fair to say, and I'm sure Dáil and Shannon records will show, and committee records will show, and certainly local media coverage will show, there has been so much debate about a technological university for the South East for a very, very long time. There have been false dawns, there have been ups, there have been downs, there have been disagreements, but we are now finally at a point where I'm bringing to this committee the draft order, which, subject to your scrutiny and approval, I would hope to ask Dáil Éireann and Shannon Éireann to approve very shortly. And really what this order does, and it's the order Technological Universities Act 2018, Section 36, appointed today, number 2 order 2022. And this is an order under the Technological Universities Act, and it has to do 2 things. It has to choose the day on which the new technological university is established, and it also has to decide the new name of the technological university. And as you know, Chairman, the order then needs to be approved by a resolution in each house of the Oireachtas. So, in short, the two items before us, I'm proposing that we set the date of the 1st of May 2022, as promised to the people of the South East, as the date for the establishment of the new technological university, and that the new technological university would be known as the South East Technological University, or Ullscoil Techníochta an Oireachtas in the Irish language, and also that the signing of this order would of course also bring about the dissolution of Waterford and Carlow Institutes of Technology. And I might just make one point about that, Chairman, because I'm very conscious, and this will be the 5th technological university we'll establish. To establish a technological university, you actually have to dissolve the Institutes of Technology. And that can be quite an emotional moment in many ways, because people have dedicated their careers to building institutes of technology that we can be really proud of. And I just want to, on the record of this committee, pay tribute to everybody in IT Carlow, to everybody in Waterford IT, who have worked so hard to get us to this point, because I can tell you categorically, we wouldn't be at this point of being able to establish a technological university for the South East were it not for all the progress, work, effort of those 2 IoTs over many years, of their leadership, and of all of their staff and their students and their student bodies who provided huge support. This will be the 5th technological university in the state. It's another important milestone for the country and for the South East. It will have a multi-campus university presence, as people know. I think the new technological university will increase access to higher education. It will drive enhanced regional development. It will increase opportunities for students, staff, business, enterprise and local communities. And it will deliver a higher education institution of scale and reach, which will benefit so many students in the region. And I really look forward to seeing the benefits of this and seeing the South East and the new TU take its rightful place in the higher education landscape in Ireland. So the lacuna that has existed for years is now closed. The establishment of the South East Technological University will allow people throughout the region to obtain a university degree in their home place. And I'm delighted to see that milestone being reached. I want to congratulate all involved. I also want to acknowledge, as we can often have rows in this place, and that's healthy in a democracy, but I want to acknowledge the cross-party support that has largely existed for this project. And we've had many meetings, Chairman, and you've been a driving force in this for many years, but we've had many meetings of the all-party group, and I think that's actually been a key vehicle and help in arriving at this point. And there'll be other days, I know, to talk about the need to deliver on capital projects. W. O'Cahey and others will remind me about wanting to expand, and we will expand the physical footprint of the campus in Waterford. But today, I suppose the purpose here is straightforward enough. It's to pick the designation date, to pick the name, to ask you to approve that to go before Dáil and Shannon Éireann.
Mark O'Cahey.
Minister, this is a very welcome day and another extremely important step along the road in terms of providing a university of scale and substance, as we refer to it, in the South East. The Technological University of the South East, or now to be renamed the South East Technological University, that was important enough, a regional item in terms of balanced regional development that is twice referenced in the programme for government. I'm delighted that we're sticking to timetables here, that we are going to be able to make the commencement order for the 1st of May. I think that's extremely important. It it goes some way towards tackling a structural issue that's existed in the Southeast region for generations. So to take the example of my own family, of the 4 children, 3 of us attended WIT in one capacity or another, but all 4 of us had to leave the region in order to finish out our education. And that had a huge effect. It has a huge effect on the region in terms of the demographics of the region, and that's shown in the research and it's well acknowledged. We lose people from 18 to 30, and very often we struggle to get them back. And it has a huge impact in terms of the wealth of the region, because there's a huge wealth transfer as parents pay for their children to attend universities outside of the region. So this goes some way towards addressing that problem. It's extremely welcome. I'm glad that the Minister did reference the bittersweet nature of signing an order such as this, in that we are dissolving WIT and IT Carlow, which have proud traditions in and of themselves, and WIT in particular, and I would be biased in that regard, but WIT in particular, and reaching back to the time that it was WRTC, has provided an outstanding service to the people of Waterford and the people of the wider Southeast region. And I reference again, particularly geographically, where it's situated within the city. And that is important, because I know the Minister is committed to expanding the footprint of WIT, as well as, expanding the footprint of SETU within Waterford. And I think that's important, and I would be anxious that we expand on the current footprint, because it sits within its communities and within its city extremely well. As I said, Minister, I do remember when WIT was WRTC, and there was promises and commitments given at that time that the name change would mean something more than the sign above the door. Minister, it's extremely important that this name change means something more than a change of the sign over the door. It must be that university of substance and scale that we've referred to. I know this isn't necessarily the day to talk about capital allocations, but that is important. We must, as we'd say, Oscoilge, bart the rare breacher. We must deliver on what this university promises to be, by a commensurate level of commitment in terms of capital funding and otherwise. However, I really do welcome today. It's an extremely important step along the road. I think it's extremely important that the people who are currently in WIT and IT Carlow can now be said to be qualifying from a university and with a university qualification. And that's extremely important, and I very much hope that it will be the anchor point and the pivotal point for a regeneration of the Southeast region and Waterford in particular. And I thank the Minister for bringing it here today.
Thank